Hi everyone, and welcome to oddsjet.com, the home of value in the sports betting marketplace. The NBA All-Star Weekend has come and gone. Having returned to its normal 82-game regular season schedule, fans have been given non-stop action. While teams are still trying to overcome the difficulties of the COVID-19 pandemic as the season progresses, it hasn't stopped certain franchises from establishing themselves at the top of the expected championship pecking order. And now, unsurprisingly, a lot of people are getting interested in the outright winner betting market. So, who do you think will be lifting the Larry O'Brien Trophy come the end of the season? Well, oddsjet.com is your home to find the best odds on the potential NBA champions. Plus, with our exclusive premium bet finder tool, we instantly show you where there may be significant value to be had in the market. In some cases, the premium can be 40% or higher. Now, in a few moments, I'll show you that there could be some interesting value to be had on Brooklyn, Golden State, and Milwaukee, amongst others. But first, let me take you through the top available odds for the favourites. Currently, the Suns are favourites to lift the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Last year's runners-up have been doing their best to prove that last year's trip to the NBA Finals wasn't a fluke. They came out of the gates flying this season, resting at the top of both the Western Conference and the league table after half of their scheduled games. Owning the league's second best defence and a playmaking savant at point guard, the Suns have one of the best two-way threats in the league. Top odds for Phoenix to win are 5.50 or 9-2. In second, the Warriors, who reminded the league of their talent in their first game through the stellar play of Stephen Curry and the improvement of Andrew Wiggins. Now that the Warriors are back amongst the best in the NBA, it'd be foolish to doubt Stephen Curry's ability to lead a team to a playoff victory. Should Klay Thompson and James Wiseman return to health and form by the playoffs, we could see the rebirth of a dynasty. Top odds for Golden State are 6.50 or 11-2. Next, we find the Nets, who, now entering their third season with Durant in their employ, seem ready to realise their true championship potential. They've had their fair share of bouts with the injury bug this season, but that hasn't hindered their success. Due to the threat of Durant, the Nets' passing game and ability to find open shots for their players is the best in the league. Top odds for the Nets to win are 7.00 or 6-1. Next, we have two teams with the same odds. Firstly, last year's champs, the Bucks. Despite a modest off-season, the Bucks are still a great defensive team, owning the fifth best three-point defense in the league. While they lost Brook Lopez due to injury, Bobby Portis has stepped up in his stead. Milwaukee aren't a deep team, but the opportunities that Antetokounmpo create make it easy to plug and play. Secondly, we find the 76ers, who are currently streaking big time. Joe Embiid has been playing out of his skin in recent weeks, with the Cameroonian putting in some stupidly good numbers to propel the 76ers to fourth in the East and just a few games behind the Heat in top spot. With new addition James Harden to come in once he returns from injury, who knows what's possible? Top odds for both Milwaukee and Philly at 8.00 or 7-1. Next to the Heat, who are currently top in the East after winning 7 of their last 10 and all of their last 5, a run of form that's come following the return of their big three in Butler, Adebayo and Lowry. They made some smart additions to their roster during the off-season and now arguably have the best squad depth in the league this term. Top odds for them to win are 13.00 or 12-1. In sixth are the Jazz. They boast three-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert, as well as stars like Donovan Mitchell, Jordan Clarkson, and Bojan Bogdanovic, all of whom are capable of helping the Jazz achieve great things. And only a handful of teams boast a better record than Utah in the West at this point in time. Top odds for Utah are 18.00 or 17-1. Rounding out the top 8 favourite spots, we have three teams. Firstly, the Lakers, who, despite adding the likes of Nunn, Anthony and Westbrook to their roster, have struggled really badly this term, with their big three failing to click as well as many would have hoped and expected. Secondly, there's the Bulls, who've been nothing short of brilliant this term, currently sat in second in the East after winning all of their last 4, with the likes of Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Alex Caruso and Lonzo Ball. Chicago may have stumbled upon a quartet of players that are more than capable of carrying them into a deep playoff run this term. Finally, we find the Grizzlies, who currently sit in third place in the Western Conference. Their ability to win games via production in the paint, via hustle and turning defense into offense is elite, with Taylor Jenkins' one game at a time approach really seeing results this season. Top odds for LA, Chicago and Memphis are 31.00 or 30-1. Now, whether you'd like to bet on any of these teams or those with longer odds, oddsjet.com also helps you to quickly see the bets where the highest paying bookie is offering significant value over their competition. How? Well, we do this with our exclusive premium bet finder tool found near the top of the screen. Here you can see we've moved the styler to 40% plus, and in doing so, the premium bet finder automatically highlights the bets where the potential profit at the top paying bookie is 40% or higher than that of the median or the middle bookie. So this tool instantly shows us that for several teams there's a serious divergence in value between bookies. You can see that the Celtics, Hornets, Raptors, Hawks and many others are all highlighted, meaning that this useful tool is showing us that there's at least a 40% difference in the top paying bookie versus the middle of the market for these teams to win. Now, if I slide the premium bet finder tool back down to 25% plus, we suddenly see a serious divergence in value between bookies for some other potentially interesting bets on the Lakers, Grizzlies and the Clippers, amongst others. So if you fancy a bet on any of these teams, then there's 25% more potential profit to be found between the top and middle bookies. And finally, if I slide the premium bet finder tool back down to 19% plus, we suddenly see a serious divergence in value between bookies for some potentially interesting bets on the Warriors, Nets and the Bucks. So if you fancy a bet on any of these teams, then there's 19% more potential profit to be found in the market. Now, of course, due to regulations, we can't actually show you which bookies have the top odds in this video. To view your actual results, you'll find links in the video description to head on over to oddsjet.com. Remember, bookmaker odds can change between the time that we made this video and the time at which you view it. So do make sure to subscribe to the channel and ensure to turn on notifications using the bell icon so you can take advantage of our updates as they happen. Now, even if the odds have changed, oddsjet.com and our premium bet finder tool are always here to help you find the highest available odds and explore interesting value in the sports betting marketplace. Well, that's all for this video, but we'll have more updates for you very soon. If you found it to be helpful, please do let us know by hitting the like button and be sure to get your predictions into the comments below. Enjoy the rest of the games and remember, please play responsibly.